Hi. Hi. Okay. I got some helpers here, yeah. Okay. This is going to be a little tricky. Hi. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Try to get this top screw in. Oh, hi. I think the problem is there's too many of them.
No, the problem is there's not enough.
Ready?
Yep.
Tack this in. Lift up on that. Straight up. And that's going to go down. There. Square that up. That tells us how high we gotta go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back out on the off-grid property with a little bit of help this time. We've got Flint, Steel, Blaze is over there, and we've got Jessica with us. And we're building another deck. So I did a deck on the last episode. It was pouring with rain. Got a big 16 by 16 deck ready for a hot tent. I'm going to be installing that probably tomorrow. But today we're building a 12 by 12 deck for a, well, I'm not going to say. It's going to be a surprise. But the problem is we're on a slanted piece of ground here. Didn't buy any footings or anything like that. We're using the log method just like the last time, but it's massively sloped. So let's jump up there for a sec. We're thinking we're going to be right about there. So what we're going to do is, I think we're just going to tack in one of these 2x8s as a leg and get it so it's propped up, and then we're going to cut a round log because I don't have any trees big enough to prop this up. So we're going to have to get a round log cut to height and then drop this down on top of it. And that should give us our footing. And then I'll come out here on another day and level this out properly with the jack and the level. We'll get it all set. But today we're just in a hurry. Get this built and then off to other projects. So we're gonna get this jacked up and got a stump, put it under. Alright guys, so we've got the deck of the frame kind of situated here. We've got this log placed in vertically, It's not the permanent solution here. We did go ahead and put in some carrier studs here on either side all throughout the deck, just like the last deck in the last episode. These are not permanent. I will be jacking it up afterwards, putting probably concrete paver underneath and then a beam. But today the deck's got to get done, so this is temporary. We're ready to get the decking boards on there. Now, interestingly, when I went to go get the boards, they didn't have enough 12 footers, so they gave us probably 3/4 of the wood that I purchased in additional length of 14 footers for free. So what I'm gonna do, basically get all the 14 footers on here and the 12 footers. I'm gonna overhang that way, and then at the very end, take the saw and go down and cut them all to 12 foot. And then I'll have a little bit of extra wood for a future project, but we're racing against the light, so we're gonna get these deck boards on here and start pounding them in. Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today's episode at the off-grid property, as you guys can see, there's a lot going on. So the large deck is completed. We're on top of it right now. We've got this massive octagonal camouflage hot tent, very durable, very strong tent. Loads of options, 3 slit doors, 1 major man door there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows that open, vinyl window panels, mesh, you name it, removable floor, insulated floor accessories, pockets everywhere, and a very big wood stove to go with it, and yes, a couch, futon, fold-out bed, as well as a little bit more furniture that's going to be coming in here, a couple chairs, a table, and just basically a house inside of a tent, which is incredible. So I've been waiting a very long time for this, and it's finally here. Very happy with this. Got this installed before snow, so I'm very excited to be out here enjoying some snow. Get some vinyl window panels put up to really be able to see the sky out there, just let the light pour in, and just really enjoy some really interesting quiet times out here. So got the kettle on the stove right now, gonna make up a hot coffee and just kind of poke around the tent a little bit and just really take it all in. Alright guys, so I'm just finishing up with my coffee, did a little poke around the tent, very, very happy with it. And I think it's time to turn attention to what else I've been up to here on the property. And you guys will notice there is a new deck. So this is going to be basically the workshop area. Now I will mention there are boards that are overhanging off the edge that, well, they're longer than the deck. Not all of them are like that. The reason for that is there was a shortage on lumber. They basically sold me 12 footers, which is what I needed. I only have 5 12-footers. The rest are 14-footers. They gave those to me for the same price as the 12-footers. I was going to cut them off, but I'm actually going to leave it because the workshop that's going up here is going to fit on the 12x12 deck. The overhang, I'm basically just going to screw a 2x4 underneath and drop down legs, and that's going to be outside of the workshop. A nice little shelf there to slide in lumber, pieces of metal, whatever I want to store on the outside of the shop, I can do that. And then everything else on the actual deck will be a workshop. There's a lot of things going on here just before snow and winter sets in. I like to get all this stuff taken care of. And yeah, keep plugging away at it. So I'm going to wrap this video up right here. Got the hot tent set up, the wood stove burning, furnished, and everything looks really, really good. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll see you in the next episode.